Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Carnage. Yo, we got another Madrid hype for you guys right here on the channel. Yo, a little different looking thumbnail. Like, I'm trying to figure some things out with how I can make it look better graphically in that aspect, but I don't really know how I feel about that thumbnail, right? Maybe you guys could get in the chat and let me know if you guys like that one or not, because me, I'm kind of on it. But, yo, big up to everybody that's in here, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications so you guys don't miss anytime I drop a new video. But, guys, we got a lot of stuff to get into today. I mean, look, we got the Ballon d'Or nominations that came out yesterday, right? And I feel like the disrespect to Rodrygo is crazy. The fact that he couldn't make the top 30 is ridiculous to me. We got to talk about that. We're going to also talk about the 7 players that did get nominated that are playing for Madrid at the moment. Rob, we also got to talk about Rodri, because there's just all these links about, Real Madrid. They're looking at signing him next summer. And then Tchouameni, he's dealing with a move to Arsenal and Liverpool. And then, we'll get into some other things as well if I have time to do it. But big up to everybody that's in here, man. As I said, make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you catch this while I'm off live on playback, that's cool as well. I'll probably add some chapters in there for you so you guys could jump around and listen to the parts that you care about. But let me see. I see you guys in the chat, man. So what's going on? My mood says, is your club crazy? Do you actually think you will sign Rodri? You don't need him. Yeah, we don't want him. You could keep Rodri. We'll talk about that in a little bit, though. Bro, why do you always swear? Because I'm an adult, so nobody could beat me. So if I want to curse sometimes, then I'll curse sometimes, bro. But big up to you, my guy. Ballon says, if Pep leaves this year, Rodri might jump ship. That is something to consider as well. It's actually a good point. I wasn't even thinking about that. Well, I'll go on, Donna. Kai says, bro, you're shameless. No Madrid player is winning the Ballon d'Or. All right, Kai Havertz. So tell me who's going to win it then, my guy. Let me know. Who wins it? Who wins it? If no Madrid player is going to win it, then who wins it, bro? My glorious King Vinny. Yeah, we're a lot crazy, bro. My glorious King Vinny will win. If not, it will be a robbery. Yeah, I know, bro. They're trying to force the Rodri prop. They're literally trying to force the Rodri prop onto us. But we're not going to be fooled. We're not going to be fooled. We know who should be winning that Ballon d'Or, right? Like, we all know this. Zero, what's going on, bro? Big up, my guy. Big up, big up. Yo, my guy, Ed, what's up, bro? Is there any news on Trent going to Madrid? Nothing that I saw recently. Like, the last news that I saw about Trent heading to Real Madrid was from the summertime. Those links have kind of died down. I think you'll probably see those links pick back up closer to January, right? Because, remember, Trent still only has less than a year left on his deal. So there's not really much to talk about right now because he can still sign an extension, right? Like, that's not out of the question. So I think if we get to January and Trent still hasn't signed a deal with Liverpool, then yeah, I think that'll pick back up because then from January, that's when he'll be able to sign a pre-contract agreement with Madrid to join next season. But we'll see how it plays out. If I was a player like Trent, personally, chat, I wouldn't sign any pre-agreement, right? Because when you sign a pre-agreement in January, right, you still have to play at your current club until the end of the season. Can you imagine if news breaks in January that Trent has signed a pre-contract agreement with Real Madrid and then he still has to play for Liverpool for another 5 months? That'd be hell. I would just wait until the season ends, right? I would let the fans think that there's a chance I might stay. And then once I don't have to play any more games for the club, then I'd sign for another club, right? It doesn't even have to be Real Madrid. It could be any team that he might want to go to on a free, right? But that's how I would do it because I think it'd just be crazy to do it another way. Bro, you have enough players. Allow it. Nah, not enough, bro. We still need Musiala. Now let's mess with you, bro. For those of you guys that don't know, Zare's a Bayern fan, so I'm kind of trolling him a little bit. But yeah, I kind of agree. Like, especially in the midfield area, I think that we do need another midfielder. But we'll talk about it when I get to the Rodri part. Rodri will win it. Why on God's green earth does Rodri deserve to win the Ballon d'Or, bro? What are we talking about here? Nick, what's going on, bro? Rodri should win it over Vinicius. Okay, you know what? let's just get into it right now. Let's get into it right now, okay? So the Ballon d'Or rankings came out yesterday, right? And there were 7 Madrid players that got nominated, right? Now, obviously, we got to talk about how Rodrygo didn't make it. But before we do that, right, let's just acknowledge the players that are there, right? So you guys see it right here. You got Vinicius, Jude, Federico Valverde, Toni Kroos, Dani Carvajal, Rüdiger, and Mbappé. Now, I know people are trying to make it seem like all of a sudden Rodri should be winning the Ballon d'Or. But the year for Rodri to win it was when they did the treble. Why does Rodri have any case to win it right now? Man City only won 1 trophy last season. That was the Prem. And in the Euros, Spain looked better in that final when Rodri got taken off. Literally. They would have probably lost that game if Rodri stayed on the pitch. You saw how that first half was going. England were right there. England were locking up Lamine Yamal. England were locking up Nico Williams. England were controlling the midfield. Rodri gets injured. Tchouameni comes on. They win the Euros. So it's not even like Rodri played a hand in that final. What are we talking about here? We knocked Man City out the Champions League. They lost the FA Cup to Manchester United. So the year that City won the treble, nobody was sucking off Rodri to win it then. But now that it seems like Vinicius might win it, now we got to get some Rodri prop when they only won 1 trophy last season. What about us winning the Champions League, La Liga, the Spanish Super Cup? What are we talking about here? And the thing is, I don't even care about the Ballon d'Or like that. We all know that this competition is based off of popularity. It's literally a popularity contest. There was no reason that Messi should have won another one. He's playing in America, but they gave it to him for something that he did in 2022. It's an absolute joke. So we all know this. But if Rodri wins the Ballon d'Or, they've officially devalued it. It would literally no longer mean anything. See, I was calling it out when Messi won it last year. But the reason that I'm able to give it a little bit of a pass, because it's Messi. It's Messi. Like, I get it, right? One of the greatest players of all time. But I'm sorry, bro. Yo, Rodri hype, man. The way that you guys just overrate this guy is ridiculous. Talking about, oh, Rodri hasn't lost in 74 games or something stupid. Who the fuck cares? Because we beat him in the Champions League. He got knocked out. But because it went to penalties, it don't count as a loss, technically. Well, they didn't win. They didn't advance. The disrespect is crazy. Vinicius is the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. Cry. Cry about it. A lot of people don't want this guy to win it. I don't know what Vinny's done to you guys, but the hate for him is crazy. It's actually ridiculous. You got to hold that L. Got to hold it. Vinicius should be lifting that Ballon d'Or later this year. And to be honest, I think Jude, I think Dani Carvajal, I think Toni Kroos all have a better case than Rodri. All of them have a better case than Rodri, bro. I'm surprised that Federico Valverde made the list. This guy, it's about damn time that he starts getting the respect that he deserves. One of the most underrated players in world football, Federico Valverde. Jude, last season. Right? Let me talk about the other guys aside from Vinny that I think is above Rodri, right? Because here's the updated power rankings, right? They say Vinny's number 1, Rodri is 2, Jude is 3, Dani Carvajal coming in at 4, Lautaro Martinez 5, Toni Kroos 6, Mbappé 7, Harry Kane 8, Phil Foden 9, Nico Williams 10. Nico Williams! What? What are we doing here? How is Rodri second? Jude last season, debut for Madrid. He had one of the best debut seasons that I've ever seen. Out of position, he played as well. This guy was running as our 10/striker and cooked last season. Benzema left us. This guy went on to win 3 trophies in his first season. Toni Kroos. He's just a better midfielder than Rodri. Anybody want to argue with me on that? Toni Kroos is a better midfielder than Rodri right now, and he's retired. I'd say Rodri is slightly better defensively, but Toni Kroos, deep line 8, one of the best passers that we've ever seen, can take set pieces. Bro, this guy retired after being one of the best midfielders in the world last season. Still playing at a very high level. And Dani Carvajal, for me, should be above Rodri as well. Dani Carvajal is the best right back in the world. Scored in the Champions League final. Like, what are we doing here? Now, what I would say, Valverde, no, it's not over Rodri, in my opinion. No. Underrated player, and and he's very important to Madrid. But no, he should not be above Rodri. Mbappé, no, he should not be above Rodri. Rüdiger, no, should not be above Rodri. But I can make the argument for 4 of my players to be above Rodri. Again, it's just super weird to me that he doesn't win it when they win the treble. But when they win 1 trophy, and when Vinicius cooks, wins the Champions League, wins La Liga, wins the Spanish Super Cup, scoring a hat-trick against Barcelona in the final, right? Doing a brace against Bayern Munich in that first leg, right? Being pivotal and knocking out Rodri's team in the Champions League, the quarterfinals. I just find it real funny that all of a sudden now he doesn't deserve the reward. It's interesting. It's interesting, bro. Rodri's got to be one of the most overrated players in the world. The hype that this guy gets is ridiculous. Like, what are we doing here? This is literally Vinicius's award to lose. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. But it's all a popularity contest, bro. No Madrid player deserves the Ballon d'Or after winning 3 trophies, including the Champions League, is crazy. It's crazy to me. Okay. Yeah, facts. Rodrygo is top 15 in the world, and he got snubbed. He walks into every starting 11 in the world. I'm glad he spoke out about it, and Neymar backed him up. Yo, we are going to talk about Rodri after I get through your comments. But we will be talking about Rodri because the disrespect on Rodrygo's name is crazy. I thought Foden was the best City player. What happened to that? Bro, you know what the thing is, man? Look, everybody just associates Rodri with their winning streak. I don't know why, but yeah, Phil Foden was fantastic for Man City last season. This guy scored at the Bernabeu, right? Scoring goals all season. But I get it, the attacking players do get more light on them because of the goals, right? So I think that we do have to respect Rodri because Rodri is a very good player, right? Rodri is arguably the best at his position, right? So this is no disrespect to Rodri, but I'm saying Vinicius had a better season. If Man City would have won the treble this season, then I would have said, okay, Rodri should win it. But they didn't. So the year to give it to him, they sucked off Messi and gave it to him. How did Musiala not make it? It's a good question. You got to tell me, bro. You're the Bayern fan. I'm not watching Bayern week in, week out. Madrid players flopped in the summer. Okay, so so a 7-game tournament run, that's all that matters, Kai Havertz. What about the 50 games that you played throughout the regular season? But the 7 with the national team, that's all that should matter, right? Okay. If that's your criteria, then all right, fair enough. And how did a Madrid play? Okay, so then, okay, fine. You know what? Whoa. Actually, Kai, okay, fine. Then Dani Carvajal should win it. He played in that finals the entire 90 minutes. So then Dani Carvajal should win it because he won La Liga, Spanish Super Cup, Champions League, and the Euros. 4 trophies in a calendar season. So then give it to Dani Carvajal then, Kai. So now, what's the excuse? Go ahead. So if the excuse is the Madrid players didn't win nothing in the summer, Dani Carvajal did. So now, what now, Kai? Get in the chat. I'm literally waiting for you. Don't put another chat in after I said this. If you're not going to answer to this, don't put another chat in. And I don't know if you've put one in after this, but you got to answer for that one. Gots to. He wasn't even PFA Player of the Year. He robbed Yamal of Player of the Tournament. Okay. Yo, big up, big up. What's going on, Taylor? Welcome to the channel, man. Nah, it definitely is a popularity contest, though, for sure. Like, these award ceremonies don't make any sense. They literally don't. Like, in England, for the Ballon d'Or, all these different things. Like, it's just weird. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Whatever. Vinny was way more impactful for Madrid than Rodri for City. You can deadass make the argument that without Vinny, Real Madrid don't win any trophies last season. I think you can make that argument. You definitely can. Bellingham, Rodri, Vinny. So you think Bellingham deserves it? Yeah, I mean, look, there's an argument for Jude. There is. But I don't know about over Vinny. Like, that to me is kind of like where I'm struggling at the moment. Let's see. It's not disrespect or, hey, nah, you're good, Nick. You can voice your opinion. What's going on, Adam? Let me see. Cedric says they don't want him, Vinny, to be the face of football. Yeah, I know, bro. Bro, he doesn't fit the profile, bro. He does not fit the profile. Carvajal is washed. Oh, my days. Oh, my God. This guy, man. This guy. Kai, you got to be like 14, bro. Big up, man. Valverde wouldn't make the list if ESPN had it there. Yo, Ballon, we didn't forget that ESPN had Fede Valverde ranked 26 out of the 30 best midfielders last season, bro. I could not believe when I read that, bro. I still want to go to ESPN and slap the writer for that level of disrespect, man. Shit is absolutely ridiculous. Some City fans say if Rodri doesn't win or Haaland the Ballon d'Or is either rigged. So then was nobody complaining last season when Messi won it? Like, what? I don't get it, bro. Bro, Nico Williams being top 10 is crazy. Overrated player as well. Why don't Real Madrid fans admit their players are washed? Kroos retired because he didn't have it anymore. Okay. Kroos would be your best midfielder right now. Your midfield employs Declan Rice, Partey, Jorginho, Odegaard, and Mikel Merino. What are we talking about here? Your entire midfield is overrated, but you're talking about mine. How about you win some trophies? Because if my players are so overrated, well, at least these overrated players are winning us trophies. What are your overrated players winning you? Harry Kane won nothing for Bayern Munich, just scored goals. Why is he there? Lamine Yamal and Arda had better Euros than Harry Kane and Mbappe. That's a fact, Taylor. That's a fact. Lamine Yamal had a great... Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't come top 10. Like, am I reading this correctly? Yeah, Lamine Yamal is not in this list. Yeah, he's not in the top 10 power rankings list, which is crazy. That is. And yeah, but they bit, yeah. Like in France were bad. Harry Kane didn't do shit either, but they made the finals, so you know, finals tax. How is Saka in the top 30? Not someone like Rodrygo, Salah, or Savio. I don't know about Savio, my guy. I don't know. Look, you guys know I rate Savio, Dega. You know I rate Savio, but I don't think he should have been in the top 30 for Ballon d'Or. To be honest, bro. They don't want. Okay, I read that. Okay, yep. So Carvajal is washed. All right, fair enough. Your opinion. With Mbappe performances in the Euros and his season, he shouldn't even be sniffing the top 10. Well, I think it's because of the season that he had for PSG, right? Didn't he bag like a bunch of goals and he went, but it's not enough to win it, right? Like you're not going to win the Ballon d'Or by just winning trophies with PSG because that league isn't that highly rated regardless. So the only way for Mbappe to have ever won a Ballon d'Or while still playing for PSG, he would have needed to win the Champions League. Right? Like, that would have been the argument to make for him. But just winning Ligue 1 and then a few domestic trophies over there, it's like, bro, you're supposed to do that, you know? Carvajal was the 4th best player in that Spain squad. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're talking about a 6-game run. What about the entire season? Who had the better overall season? Carvajal or Rodri? Answer that question. Who had the better overall season, bro? Carvajal or Rodri? That's what I want to know. Looking back at this past season, which season would you have rather had? Just winning the Premier League, or would you have rather won the Spanish Super Cup, La Liga, Champions League, and the Euros? Or just the Prem and the Euros? You tell me. Nah, man, this Kai Havertz guy is trolling. He is. But I allow it though, because you know it's whatever, you know. Win trophy we talk besides dinner play. Okay. We did win a trophy last season, by the way. What trophy did Arsenal win last season? I'm confused, bro. Maybe I wasn't paying attention enough last season. Maybe I wasn't. Let me know, bro. Kai's the type of guy to say something on social media and feel as though he said something smart. Yeah, I mean, look, man, you know, it is crazy. It's crazy. No way we disrespecting Golden Boot winning Harry Kane. Now, he didn't win no trophies, bro. Like, we don't care about the Golden Boot in the Bundesliga, to be fair. Nobody cares, bro. Let me see. We won the English Super Cup. The Community Shield? Arsenal won the Community Shield last season, a preseason trophy. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't even remember if you guys did or not. But point is, I don't care what anybody's telling me. Vinicius, that is the Ballon d'Or winner if you actually know ball, right? Like, there's just no way. There's no way that anybody else has an actual better argument over my guy Vinny. And you can still put your arguments in the chat, but I'm going to move on here because we got a few other things to talk about, right? Because the disrespect to Rodrygo is ridiculous. The way that Rodrygo just gets looked over, just gets underrated, is an absolute joke. This guy didn't make the top 30 for the Ballon d'Or. How? And we're going to go through the people that got nominated. We'll go through all 30 of them. And I'll dissect who Rodrygo should have been in over. I'll tell you who Rodrygo is better than. Mind you, this guy is playing out of position. He's a left winger that's been predominantly playing on the right. Last season, he had to play as a right striker. And I get it. He struggled a little bit. But he still scored goals. He still got assists. He scored one of the goals that knocked out Man City out the Champions League, right? I don't get how my guy can't be there. Champions League, La Liga, Super Cup. It's not enough. Oh, wait. I also forgot to bring up the UEFA Super Cup as well, but I don't really know if they're going to count that towards the Ballon d'Or for this year. I don't know. But Rodrygo, man, the disrespect is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. You're telling me that there's 30 players out there right now that are better than Rodrygo. Because I think there was a comment earlier that said he walks into every starting 11 in the world, and I agree. I think Rodrygo walks into every starting 11 in world football. Name me one team that Rodrygo don't start for. Name me one. I'll wait. Can't think of it. I think he starts at Man City. I think he starts at Bayern Munich. I think he starts at Barcelona, PSG, Arsenal, Chelsea. I can't think. Man United? Name me a club Rodrygo does not start for. Name me one. Like, what are we doing here? Let me pull up this list right here, bro. Yo, here are the 30 players that have been nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Let's run through all these right now. Do you guys want to do that? Because I'm already seeing some names here. And I'm thinking, how are they here over my guy? Let's do it. Jude, fair enough. Kalhanoglu, also fair, right? Plays for Inter. They won Serie A. I think they also won, the Italian Super Cup? I think they did a double last season, if I'm not mistaken, right? And he is a big player for them. I hear the argument. Carvajal, fair. Ruben Diaz, fair, right? Dovbyk. The fuck is he doing here? What is Dovbyk doing on this list? And you guys know, I rate Dovbyk. When it looked like Atletico Madrid were going to sign him, I gave them props. Everybody thinks that I'm biased. I gave Atletico Madrid props when I thought they were going to sign Dovbyk because he is a baller. And he had a great season for Girona. And I get it. He was the top goal scorer in La Liga last season. But what did Dovbyk and his team do? Because for me, individual performances and trophies have to be a factor in you getting nominated for a Ballon d'Or. But I get it. Girona were a Cinderella team last season. They surprised a lot of people. They played some really good football. They scored a lot of goals. They made Champions League. Fair enough. But they didn't win anything. So how the hell could you be getting nominated? Now, again, I rate Dovbyk. I think he's a good striker. And I think he's going to smash it with Roma in Italy. But should he have been here over Rodrygo? No. So that's one player. Phil Foden. Fair enough. Alejandro Grimaldo. Left back, left wing back at Leverkusen. They did an invincible. Also won the cup there. So they did a double last season in Germany. Fair enough, right? Nobody saw that coming. And he is a big part of their success, right? Like a lot of what Leverkusen like to do, right? The way that they attack teams is from their wing backs. That's fair. So far, I got one player that's Dovbyk. Haaland, again, fair enough. Absolute scoring machine. Won the Prem. Like, I'm not going to say nothing about Haaland, right? Now we got Matt Hummels. Why is Matt Hummels there? Was that Dortmund last season? He played well in the Champions League. He did. They made the final. Fair enough. But they came 5th in the Bundesliga, and they didn't win the Champions League. Why is Matt Hummels there? Because he had a few good games? Is this the same Matt Hummels that's about to sign for, like, Ballon or something like that? Like, what are we doing here? So, Matt Hummels, no, he should not be over. I'm not saying that there's no case for these players. What I'm saying is, how are they on this list over Rodrygo? That's what I'm saying. Harry Kane, top striker in the world, bagged a bunch of goals for Bayern Munich, but he led them to their first trophyless season in over a decade. He should not be on this list over Rodrygo. Let's keep it moving. Toni Kroos, fair. Lookman, what are we doing here? On what planet is Lookman better than Rodrygo? Because he scored a hat trick in the Europa League final? That's the only argument that he has. And fair enough. But Rodrygo is clear of Lookman. What are we talking about here? How the hell is Ademola Lookman making this list over Rodrygo? Would anybody here take Lookman over Rodrygo on their team? All because of a hat trick against Leverkusen in the Europa League final. All right, let's just put him in there. He did win the Europa League, though, so whatever. But no, not over Rodrygo. Emi Martinez, goalkeeper at Aston Villa. Last season, what did he win? He is one of the best keepers in the Premier League, right? I still wouldn't put him over Ederson and Alisson, but he's up there, though. What did he win last season? Aston Villa came 4th in the Prem. Did he win a trophy with Argentina? Yes, he did. He won Copa America. Fair enough. Because Emi Martinez, he is one of the best at his position, so I can hear that. Lautaro Martinez, same thing like Calhanoglu, right? He made, won Serie A, won another trophy, did a double, so fair. Mbappé, he deserves to be there because he scored a bunch of goals for PSG and won trophies. It's just when you play for PSG, you're not, again, if it's not the Champions League, there's nothing that you, like, unless you go out there and score 100 goals, there's nothing that you could do to win that. Odegaard should not be over Rodrygo. No. What did he do last season? This bum can't even lead his country to the Euros. These guys can't even qualify for the Euros. He can't even lead Norway to a competition with Haaland as his teammate. He hasn't won shit at Arsenal. How is he over here above Rodrygo? What did Odegaard do last season? Watch City win the Premier League again. No, he's not above him. Dani Olmo? No, should not be over Rodrygo. Cole Palmer? Should not be over Rodrygo. Even though I do rate Cole Palmer. And he did score a bunch of goals for Chelsea last season. Like, they were basically Cole Palmer FC. But he didn't have a better season than Rodrygo. Now, if you want to just go just based off numbers, he scored more goals. Okay? He scored like 5 more goals than Rodrygo. But he didn't win shit. Chelsea came 6th, 7th. They're in the freaking Conference League. Declan Rice should not be over Rodrygo. Same thing. What did he do last season? Are we talking about the same Declan Rice that was in the Euros getting cooked? Are we talking about the same Declan Rice that Xavi Simons bullied? Are we talking about the same Declan Rice that needed Kobe Mainoo to come into that midfield to hold his hand? Because he can't pass the ball. He's not good on the ball. He can't handle being pressed. He can't pass forward. What are we talking about? Arsenal bought Declan Rice, $100 million from West Ham, and got worse. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Arsenal were fit. They had a majority of their main players healthy for the entire season. City had KDB miss a lot of games. Haaland missed a lot of games. And they still won the league. And guess what's going to happen this season? City are going to win the league again. Arsenal had a shit window. City signed 2 players that walk into Arsenal's 11. Savio and Gundo walk into Arsenal's first team. So, another season of 2nd or maybe 3rd place. Declan Rice should not be here. Rodri, I hear it. Rüdiger, I hear it. For me, he was the best. You can't say he was not at least top 3 best center backs last season. Saka is not better than Rodrygo. Again, same argument for Odegaard, same argument for Declan Rice. But with Saka, it's a little different because both of them are right wingers. On what planet is Saka better than Rodrygo? On what planet? What does Bukayo Saka do better than Rodrygo? Rodrygo is better on the ball. Rodrygo's a better passer. Links play better. Is a bigger game player. Like what are we doing here? I have eyes. Saka's a good player. But Saka is not better than Rodrygo. Just watch the game with your eyes. I remember when I was talking to somebody on Twitter, or I forget where, and somebody was like, oh, well, look at how Saka leads Arsenal. Rodrygo, he wouldn't lead, he can't lead Arsenal like how Saka, what has Saka led like Arsenal to? What? Somebody tell me what's so fantastic that he's led them to. Some 2nd place finishes? What are we talking about here? Rodrygo is clear of Saka. They're not on the same stratosphere. One player owns Man City. The other player loses to Man City. What are we doing here? Bukayo Saka. Yo, Bukayo Saka is the same forward that's scared to attack defenders. When do you ever see Bukayo Saka attack the defense? When? Rodrygo is running at the defenders. He's making them shit themselves. Rodrygo gets the ball. He's going at you. Yo, Saka's not even better than Savio. Let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. And it sucks that I got to do this because I do like Saka as a player. I think he's a good player. But the way that these Arsenal fans talk about him, it's ridiculous. He's not even better than Phil Foden. And I think, yo, if Cole Palmer has another season like the last one, uncomfortable conversations must be had. Let's keep it moving. Saliba. I like Saliba a lot. And I tell you this, if y'all don't win a trophy next season, don't go trophyless another season. Don't think that the French mandem at Madrid don't talk to Saliba. That's all that I'm saying. Valverde, okay. Vinny, okay. Vitinha, I can see it. Nico Williams, fuck no. Nico Williams is so overrated. So overrated. My guy had a nice Euros tournament, and all of a sudden, he's getting nominated for the Ballon d'Or? And I get, yo, you know what? Shout out to Nico Williams, right? Winning a trophy with Bilbao, the Copa del Rey, that's huge. Doing it with his brother, too, fantastic. You're not better than Rodrygo. You know, I saw Score 90 make a graphic And they said that this is a La Liga All-Star 11. These guys really put Nico Williams on that right wing. Nico Williams does nothing better than Rodrygo. I can't name you one thing. I cannot name one thing. Nico Williams is he's a purple patch player, right? There's times where he looks good. There's times where he just looks really shit. He looks clumsy on the ball. But I cannot believe that. Florian Wirtz, fair enough. Granit Xhaka, I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but fair enough. Lamine Yamal, fair enough. I don't think that Spain win the Euros without Lamine Yamal. But, like, what are we doing here, chat? Let's really talk about it. That's about maybe 8 to 10 players that I'm saying, why are they on this list over Rodrygo? It's absolutely ridiculous, bro. The disrespect, man. And I'm going to get into your chats in 1 second. 1 second, right? But, yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I just cannot believe what's just going on. Like, I also want to show this because, one, Rodrygo is a better player than Lamine Yamal. That's facts, right? I mean, you guys can cry about it if you want. But, I think Lamine Yamal, for his age, is fantastic. I think he is phenomenal. 16 years old, moving like that, bro. But does Lamine Yamal start for Real Madrid? No. But I get it. Barcelona are a big club, but they're poor. They're not well run. So they have to rely on 16-year-olds and academy. They're moving like Jeff Epstein FC. They're relying on 14-year-old kids to do them a job. That's what Barcelona have to do because they've mismanaged their money. So they can't really afford to compete with the big boys. And again, I think Lamine Yamal, I think he's going to be one of the best players in the world. But right now, no. He's in the conversation. He is at 16, which is crazy. So, yeah, look, I'll give that to him. But he's not better than Rodrygo. Don't forget, Lamine Yamal also didn't win shit last season with his team. He won the Euros. Okay, fair. And he was a big role in that. I will give him that. He had a fantastic Euros. But did he have a better overall season than Rodrygo? Because look at it right here. Bengali fraud. That's what Rodrygo's called. Look at what he did last season. But then with Lamine Yamal, it's, oh my God. Oh my God, this guy. Oh my God, we love him so much. He's the heir to Messi. You guys are starving. You're starving, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Let me get into your chats, man. And you guys have been putting in a fuck ton of chat. So I'm probably not going to be able to get to everybody's. I'm going to have to jump around here because I got to get to other topics. But let me see. Bernardo Silva Man City have Bernardo Silva on the right wing. Liverpool have Salah on the right wing. Maybe he doesn't start for those two teams. He starts on the left wing for both those teams. And Phil Foden plays on the right wing for Man City. Yeah. Rodrygo, and guess what? Rodrygo isn't even a right winger. He's naturally a left winger that has to play on the right wing because we have Vinny on the left. That's the only reason that he's not on the left wing. Go watch the games when Vinny misses or because he's injured through suspension and Rodrygo plays on that left wing. He's a different player. Rodrygo is a top 7, top 5 winger in the world. I don't care what nobody tells me. He's definitely top 10. Let me see. Some of the names here are ridiculous. Stanley, that's what I'm saying, bro. Some of the names are crazy. Ruben Diaz didn't have a better season than Vardy, y'all. This shit is getting boring, man. Palmer and Saka are there over Rodrygo, mate. I have a lot to say about that, but I am Christian. I'll shut up. Nah, big up my guy 2K, man. Big up, broski. Let me see. Taylor says Odegaard, Saka, Declan Rice, Saliba should not be in the top 30. They did nothing for their clubs. 1-0. Exactly, just challenged. And the thing is, Arsenal fans, right, like Kai Havertz, they're just happy to, like, they don't actually have high standards. They don't actually care about winning. They're just happy to be a part of the conversation. That's the issue with them. Let me see. Declan Rice being top 30 is crazy. It definitely is, man. What's happened to the sport that we all love? Rajat, what's going on, broski? Let me see. Until Rodrygo pulls down the heavens before the if I got Rodrygo, I have to. Yo, it's crazy, bro. Nah, this is a funny comment. Harry led Bayern to their first trophyless season. That's bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. This man, Harry Kane, has managed to bring Tottenham to Bayern. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Why is Ronaldo and Xhaka there? Nah, bro. You gotta respect what they did last season. You have to, bro. You have to. They had when's the last team? Who's the last team in a top 5 league to go invincible? 1 second, chat. But yeah, let me know. Let me know. What's the last team to go invincible? You have to rate what Xhaka and Grimaldo did for Bayer Leverkusen last season, because that's actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. This is a fact. This is a fact. Don't forget, Will, as well, Rodrygo also missing players like Van Dijk, Salah, Antony. That's true. Wait, Antony? Huh? What? I mean, look, to be fair, Van Dijk and Salah got a better argument than any of the Arsenal players. They at least won a trophy last season. Let's see. Arsenal won a trophy, but you guys trying to say it's a friendly. We could never win. Do you not understand that the Community Shield is a friendly? Do you not know that? Just Google if the Community Shield is a major trophy. Factually, it is not a major trophy. Factually, the Community Shield does not count towards your overall trophy count, because it is 8. So then if that's the case, then why do Arsenal fans banter Tottenham? They've won some preseason trophies. So then why do you guys make fun of Tottenham then? I've seen Tottenham lift preseason trophies. So if you guys are counting your preseason trophies, then count Tottenham's then. So Tottenham have now won some trophies then. Is that what you guys are saying? Let me see. Declan Rice was getting cooked all tournament at the Euros. Needed Manu to pick up the slack. That's a fact. That's a fact, Taylor. Yo, next. What's up, broski? Yo, my guy, you doing a watch-along for Portugal, Croatia? Nah, no watch-alongs today, guys. This is my only stream for the day. Tomorrow, though, we will be back with 2 watch-alongs. We're going to be doing France versus Italy, and then we're going to, which is Nations League, and then we're also going to be doing Brazil versus Ecuador, which is World Cup qualifiers, which should be really good, because Brazil's been struggling. But nah, I'm a little bit busy later, bro, so I can't watch that Portugal game. But maybe I'll see their next game, right? Like, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, it's just going to be a little bit busy for me today, guys. Let me see. Barca fans are the real ops. They convinced the world Messi should win over Haaland last year. But this year, switching it up and convincing City fans that... Exactly, bro. It's crazy. If Rodrygo played in the Premier League, he would be getting Ballon d'Or shouts. All right. Yeah, I kind of agree. Saka is clear of Rodrygo. When has Rodrygo got 34 goals and assists? Well, Rodrygo is not the main player at his team, like how Saka is, right? And Saka also plays every single game, the entire 90 minutes. That's why he limps off the pitch every damn game. So, yeah, he should have a higher GA than Rodrygo. Yeah, he should. But luckily, for the people that actually know ball, Kai, right, unlike yourself, we have eyes, right? You watch the game through SofaScore, through the stats. We watch the game because, We're watching it different ways, right? Like I'm watching the games. You're watching the stat sheets. That's what you're on. Let's see. The anti-Madrid agenda is going to see, but I don't think there's an anti-Madrid agenda, right? Because we still do have 7 players who are nominated. That's the most for any team. I just think it's just Rodrygo is just not as respected as he should be. That's my argument, you know? Let me see. Saka has been carrying Arsenal for years. Okay, so where has Saka carried Arsenal to, Kai? What has Rodrygo done? I don't know. Came off the bench a few seasons ago, scored a brace. 90th minute, got his first goal. Second goal, got it 92nd minute, knocked out Man City from the Champions League. So I'd say, you know, Rodrygo, 2 Champions Leagues, La Liga trophies, Spanish Super Cup, Copa del Rey. This season, scored another goal against Man City, knocked them out the Champions League. Huh, you know, like, what has Rodrygo done? Interesting. Saka cuts to the side on his left foot and shoots, or when he's having a bad game, he fakes to limp off the pitch. When it gets hard, did nothing against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, limp merchant, or passes back. Let's see. For years, yet, yep. Literally, Saka has nothing to show for what he's done. Nothing. Nobody in 50 years is going to remember Bukayo Saka at Arsenal. If he does not win a trophy, nobody's going to remember him. Literally, nobody. Phil Foden in 50 years will be more remembered than Bukayo Saka. Literally. Maybe some Arsenal fans will, but if he doesn't win trophies, this entire Arsenal team is forgettable. Nobody cares about second place. Do we talk about who won second place or who came second 10 years ago? No, we don't, because we don't care. Nobody cares. That's why, to me, it doesn't matter if you don't win the if you don't win the league. I don't really think it matters where you finish in that top 4. The only winger better than Saka is Mo Salah in what, world football? Because I don't agree with that. No. Lamine Yamal is better than Saka. Bro, I'm not slandering Saka because I actually like him. I think he's a good player, but he's overrated. He is. So I just had to bring some people down to reality. Nico Williams is Doku with end product. Bro, Nico Williams barely has the end product. Barely. But I would say that Nico Williams is better than Doku. Doku is so trash. I'm sorry. I don't rate Doku at all. Doku was better off the bench against tired legs. Yamal is as talented as Mbappé. When Yamal was 17, he helped Spain win the Euros. Mbappé at 17 helped AS Monaco win the league and go to the UCL semifinals. And then how old was Mbappé at that first World Cup when France won it? Was he 18? Was he 18? Look, I think Lamine Yamal for 17, 16 years old is as good as it gets. I'm not taking that away from him. He's a fantastic player. I think if Barca can manage him properly, which they usually don't, which is why Pedri can't stay fit, which is why Ansu Fati can't stay fit, because they overplay their players. But if they do some way, somehow manage Lamine Yamal correctly, because he's still going through puberty. His body is still maturing. That's why he should not be playing week in, week out, 90 minutes. Or else he'll end up like the other guys who got injured. And now they can't stay fit. But if they are able to manage Lamine Yamal correctly, he will be one of the best. I'm telling you, bro, he's a fantastic player. Like, I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Let me see. Let me see. Let's vote, by the way, Lamine Yamal and Saka. Well, I think most people would rather have Lamine Yamal, but I would not say Yamal is better than Saka just yet, right? He's only had one breakout season. Let's see how he does this season. And he has started off really well, right? That goal against, forget that goal like a few weeks ago from outside the box. I think he has like 2 assists already, right? He has been playing decent so far. But let's see how he does, right? Because he might fall off this season, right? Like, for me, one season doesn't make a player better than somebody that's a bit more proven, right? That's why I said with Cole Palmer, let's see what he does this season, right? But I wouldn't say he's better than Saka. I think on natural ability, he's better than Saka, yes. But natural ability also has to produce on the field throughout multiple seasons. Saka, even though I don't think he's world class, I think Saka has produced for Arsenal, right? Like, we got to be fair with that. So that's how I view it. TJ, let's not act like y'all don't be relying on them 15-year-old kids, bro. Epstein FC is Barcelona, bro. Let me see. I wish Arsenal will have the faith. But then if you do that, who plays on the right wing? Stanley. Bro, he's a different player on the left wing. And people don't understand this because people don't watch Madrid play week in, week out. You only watch us in the Champions League knockout stages, so they want to know that. Let's see. My opinion, Saka is a better right winger than Rodrygo, but Rodrygo is a left winger being forced to play right. Play Rodrygo on the left, and you will see how good he is. Facts. I thought you were a Barca fan. Let me see. Rodrygo needs to leave Real Madrid. I can definitely understand why you're saying that. Yeah. I understand why you're saying that. Like, I don't think that you're crazy for saying that. Because if he does get dropped this season, or if he does want to play in his natural position, then yeah, he would have to leave. I don't think that he would want to. Because, like, why would you? But he may have to. Yo, chat, give me 1 second. Yo, I'm so far behind on comments. Oh, my days. All right, let me just catch up now. Mbappé was 19 during the World Cup. Okay. Let me see. I figured it out. Madrid fans just want to hate on Arsenal because we took Odegaard off them. The same Odegaard that was on loan at Sociedad because he couldn't get into our team. What are we talking about here? Yo, give me 1 second, chat. I got to go get my charger for my phone. So 1 second, chat. 1 second. I'll be right back. Right back. Oh, my gosh, bro. This one charger here that's in my room, that joint do not work, bro. And I don't know why it does not work. But I also got a meeting right now. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to join that real quick. But I'm not ending the stream because we got a few more things to talk about, even though I got to be starting these a little bit early, bruv. Got to be starting these a bit early, bruv, because, yeah. 1 second, guys. All right. Back. I'm back now. Right, we should be all good. All right, yo, let's move on, though. Let's move on. Because it's like I said, I got a lot of stuff to get into. Why am I the only one that's in here? Hold on, guys. Let me make sure that I ain't missed nothing. One second, chat. Okay. All right, we're all good. Yeah, we'll do like another 30 minutes, and then I'll wrap up because, yeah, I just got some stuff to do. All right. I don't even know where we're supposed to be going next, to be honest with you. You know what we'll do? 1 second, y'all. Let's talk about... Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Let me pull this up. Yeah, so let's get into... Yeah, so let's get into this Rodri talk, right? Because these rumors about him possibly coming to Real Madrid have just been here for the last week or so. And I just can't understand these links at all. We do not need Rodri. I do not think that the club actually want to sign a Rodri. If you think Real Madrid are going to go out there and spend over $100 million on a player who is near 30 years old, you are out of your mind. That's not the transfer strategy that we even do. We don't do that really. And we don't need a Rodri. We got Tchouameni. We got Camavinga. Why would we need to go out there and sign Rodri, chap? I think he's a decent player. One of the best at his position. But there is no reason that Madrid would go out there and buy this guy. Now, I heard some people saying, well, if Pep leaves, then maybe, okay, I can hear that. If Pep leaves, then maybe Rodri might want to move. But I'm telling you right now, this guy has a contract with Man City until 2027. So it's not even like he has 12 months left on his deal. If he would have been a free agent next summer, then I can hear it. Because then I can see Madrid going in for him. But the strategy at this current time is not to buy older players. Madrid want young players that can be at the club for years at a high level. Like, what are we doing here? There's no way that Rodri ends up at Real Madrid. On top of that, why would Man City want to sell him? And he'd cost too much money. Again, we don't need him. We do need a midfielder next summer. We do. But we don't need a midfielder of Rodri's profile. The kind of midfielders that we need is deep-line playmakers. We need somebody that can come in and fill that Toni Kroos role, right? That's why I was talking about we need Enzo Fernandez, right? And I don't know why I always use him as the example, because I do rate him, and I would take him at Madrid, because I think that in like a deep line 8, he would be able to fill that Toni Kroos role pretty well, in my opinion. But there are other players that fit that mold. But those are the players that we need. Because I think Tchouameni is just as good as Rodri. I think Rodri has a slight advantage because he's better on the ball. But Tchouameni is not bad on the ball, and I think Tchouameni is just as good defensively. And Tchouameni is more versatile. My guy can play as a center back as well. We saw him do it last season. Can Rodri do that? I don't know. But no, this deal is not going to happen. I don't believe this at all. Rodri is not an option for Madrid next summer. Florentino Perez and our board are not going to go out there and spend a record fee to sign a 29-year, because he'll be 29 next summer, a 29-year-old player. It's not what we're doing. I think the last player that we bought for a lot of money that cost around this much and around the same age was Hazard from Chelsea. We haven't really done it since, because that's not what we're trying to do anymore. Do not believe the Rodri rumors to Real Madrid. We don't need him. Let him stay at Man City. We're good over here. He's not a player that I'm necessarily looking at. So I want to talk about that, because I know a lot of people are running with this rumor, but where would he fit? The only way that you need a Rodri is if a Tchouameni leaves. And if Tchouameni leaves, we got Camavinga that I'd rather start there. So where does Rodri fit in? Where? I'm perfectly fine with what I have. I just won the Champions League. I just won La Liga. I've just won multiple trophies with Tchouameni starting. Do you guys know that we haven't, and everybody loves the undefeated stat that people use with Rodri and Man City. What about the undefeated stat with Tchouameni and Real Madrid? When's the last time we lost a game without, with Tchouameni in the starting 11? Because the only 2 losses that we had last season was against Atletico Madrid. Tchouameni missed both games. We literally have gone, I think, like, it's now 38 or maybe 40 games unbeaten with Tchouameni. How come nobody talks about that? Oh, but it's only for Rodri. Interesting. Madrid don't want this guy. Trust me when I tell you that. We don't want him. Let him stay at Man City. Let him keep dominating England. He's a really good player. One of the best at his position. So I get why the links are there. But nah, I'm good. Not the kind of midfielder that we need. Rodri does not help Madrid right now at all. The problems that we have is literally because we're missing Toni Kroos in that midfield. Rodri does not fill that role. So how does he make us better? How? Does Rodri make Real Madrid a better team right now? No, he does not. So I don't want him. I don't want him. I'm good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Rodri and these links to Real Madrid, bro. Like, the Madrid transfer strategy is so obvious that people that can't see that we do not want to sign older players for big money have not been paying attention. We do not do these kind of deals anymore. He has 3 years left on his contract. Next summer, he'll have 2 years left. City are going to probably want 130, maybe maybe 120 to sell him. Why would we do that? We are good at that position. Literally. Like, what are we talking about here? Let me see what y'all are saying. Enzo wouldn't want an alleged racist on his team. Bro, I don't think Enzo is racist. I think he's an idiot. I think he's ignorant. Like most of the Argentinian players and like a lot of Argentinians in general. I think they're just ignorant. Because when you're in Argentina and you grow up in Argentina, their way of thinking is normal. But I don't think Enzo is racist. You don't sign for Chelsea if you're racist. It's nothing but black players there. That's literally Mandem FC. If you don't like black people, why would you sign for Chelsea? Of all the clubs, he should have went to Atletico Madrid. Chelsea is literally nothing but black brothers running around there, bro. Like, that would make no sense. Let me see. Oh, you meant Vinny. Let me see. Yo, and Ruli, what's going on, bro? Bummer, maybe playing Rodri in the DM alone and play Ballon and Tchouameni, says Camavinga in the 2-8s? No. Tchouameni has an 8. Nah, Tchouameni is a 6. He doesn't need to be higher up the pitch. Tchouameni needs to just be a blanket for the back line. Tchouameni is a better overall footballer than Rodri. I don't know about that, Stanley. Rodri is better on the ball. And you can say that, yeah. I would give on the ball stuff to Rodri, but I think defensively, Tchouameni is just as good. This is a fact, Taylor. Smokescreen. Odegaard isn't a reject. Even Perez will tell you it was a mistake. Yeah, I guarantee you that Madrid really do regret that decision. We really do. You're right, Kai. He also sold in 2021. He is replaced. He is forgotten. Facts. Not thinking about him, bro. And Madrid don't need him. Maybe for both Madrid and Kroos replacement, as Modric will. Yeah, but Rodri doesn't replace Toni Kroos, and he doesn't replace Modric. Like, we don't need him. We need the profile of players, not needed. Yo, real quick, guys, I want to make a little plug here, right? If you guys want to use some of our custom emojis, right? We got all the Big Six Prem teams. Got the Real Madrid badge in there as well. I just dropped that in the chat, right? You could use those badges by becoming a member of the channel. And the more members we get, the more badges I can add. The more emojis I can add. Let me see. Man City is the reason Arsenal are suffering. Allegedly, he's one of our main targets. I don't know. Once Madrid have their eye set, it's only a matter of time. Bro, we don't have our eye set on him. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's not. The only way that Rodri ends up at at Real Madrid is if it's a free transfer. I guarantee you that we don't pay a fee for him. Technically, if there's no Man City, it will be a different topic. I mean, fair. Fair. But yeah, that was kind of one that I want to talk about because like the rumors for that have just been like super crazy, like all over the place, right, chat? So I'm like, you know what? Let's actually talk about it. Just because I talked about it before loosely. But yeah, that's something that a lot of people were going crazy with. Now, we can kind of stick on transfer news, right? I mean, I know that. So look, another rumor that's been going around is with Tchouameni. They're saying that Arsenal and Liverpool are going to try and sign him. They believe they can lure him away from Real Madrid. Now, for me, this rumor is nonsense. Tchouameni is a undisputed starter for one of the best teams in the world. He also got his French guys there with him. You got Ferland Mendy, Camavinga, now Mbappé. What is the logic behind Tchouameni leaving Real Madrid? Somebody let me know. Get in the chat and tell me. Now, the report says Arsenal and Liverpool are preparing to move for Tchouameni. He's an undisputed starter at Real Madrid, but both clubs sense they can lure him away. What the hell could Arsenal and Liverpool offer this guy that we can't? Now, for me, Tchouameni is one of the best DMs in the world. Absolute baller. I would not replace him with anybody. I would not sell him for anybody. You guys have heard me even talk about Rodri like we just did. I'm not replacing Tchouameni. I wouldn't swap him for Rodri. That's how much I believe in him. This guy is a freak of nature, and he's crucial to our success and to how good we look in that midfield. Why would Tchouameni trade in playing with Jude, Federico Valverde, Mbappé, Rodrygo, Luka Modric, Arda Güler, Brahim Diaz? Why would he trade that in to go kick ball with Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, Kai Havertz, Martinelli? Talk about a downgrade. That's like driving a Lamborghini every day, and then you got to give in the Lamborghini and ride a bike every day. That's how much of a downgrade that would be. And Arsenal, he would be their best midfielder. He would. But they just spent $100 million on Declan Rice. They don't necessarily need Tchouameni. They need a midfielder that's a little bit better on the ball than what Tchouameni is. But regardless, Tchouameni does walk into Arsenal's 11. He does make them a lot better. But I just think with the profile of players that they have, it doesn't really make sense for Tchouameni to go there. I think Liverpool makes more sense, to be honest. Like, if we're going to entertain the idea that one of these teams are going to go in for him, yeah, I think Liverpool makes a little bit more sense. Liverpool need a 6. That's the only thing that Liverpool need, in my opinion. And I think Rodri, again, Rodri starts for every team in the world except Man City. Did I say Rodri? Tchouameni. He starts for every team in the world except for Man City. So both these teams need him. I think Liverpool makes a little bit more sense. But Liverpool don't spend this kind of money. FSG are not ambitious, okay? They only made one meaningful signing last summer, and that was Chiesa, and he's not even a starter for them. By the way, I know Liverpool, they're now trying to spin the block, right? Because we beat them to Tchouameni when he first joined a few seasons ago. Why would he want to go to Anfield? Imagine living in Madrid, in Spain, and then you're going to turn that in to go live in Liverpool? With the shit weather, with the weird accents, the awful food? It's not happening, little bro. You've been rejected. Move on. There's other targets. Now, if Tchouameni was a bench player, right? If Tchouameni wasn't starting, if he wasn't getting that many minutes, then I could hear it. Because I'm like, well, if he wants to start, then maybe. Like, for example, Camavinga makes more sense. I wouldn't want to sell him either. But I can hear Camavinga. Like, if Camavinga cannot break into the starting 11, I could hear that. Like, I could see him wanting to leave. More than a Tchouameni. What are we talking about, bruv? Arsenal and Liverpool think they could tempt him. With what? He's not going nowhere. I couldn't even believe it when I saw this rumor. I could not believe it. And if they do want him, and if Madrid are open to possibly selling him, right? Let's enter a dream reality, right? Where he is available. How much would you say that Tchouameni should be going for? How much? Because Transfer Market has him valued at 100 million euros, right? I'm showing you guys right here. And his contract doesn't expire until 2028. My guy still got 4 years left on his deal. In a dream world where where we'll listen to offers, you have to break the Premier League record to sign him. That's first. What's the record? 115 for Caicedo? I would need 150, maybe 140 if I'm feeling generous. But no, he's not going to. And I don't even think that Tchouameni would even listen to offers from Arsenal and Liverpool. He's not going anywhere. He's not. So there's no way for them to be able to tempt him to leave. Like, let's be real here. And we don't get bullied for our players. When we sell you, it's because we want you to leave. Okay? Like, that's just how it is. And I don't think anybody at Madrid wants Tchouameni to leave at the moment. And you know what? I don't even know if he has that $1 billion euro release clause in his deal. But if he does, go pay that. And then you can sign him. You know? But what do you guys think about this right here? Let me know. Let me see. God bless you, Kai. God bless you, Kai. I'm not gonna lie. If I was Tchouameni, and if Arsenal came calling, this is exactly how I'd be.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I'd have to know what's that. Just mean you will never. Facts. First of all, Liverpool can't even afford Zubimendi, let alone. Well, they could afford Zubimendi, but Zubimendi rejected them. Yeah. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, I read that. Wait, what did Carl say? I saw your comment. Damn, well, you're the only Madrista who glazed, bro, because he's a baller. What are we talking about here? Come on, Ricardo. Don't do my guy like that. All right, guys. Okay, what else do we have to talk about though? And let's get this off screen. 1 second, guys. There's a few other things that I do want to talk about. Nothing that's that serious, but you know, some things that I just found interesting. Right? Let me see. Like, what do we have? Oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, let's do this right here, right? So I kind of want to speak on Arda Güler a little bit, right? Just because I know that there's been, you know, some frustration with his playing time, and things like that. Like against Real Betis, our last game, this guy didn't even get subbed on. A lot of people weren't happy with it. I wasn't happy with it. But reports came out that said Arda Güler's camp are really calm about his situation at Real Madrid. They know the season is long and Arda will get his chances. Güler knows the matches with Turkey are very important as he will get even more minutes underneath his legs. And I rate Arda Güler. I think he's one of the best young players in the world. For me, he's just as good. He's just as good as any other young player. Like, he's a generational talent. You saw him perform last season for Madrid when he got opportunities. You saw him at the Euros perform really well. And I do agree with people who are criticizing Carlo for not, like, there's no reason that Dani Ceballos should have started that Betis game. There's no reason that Arda Güler should not have been subbed on during that Betis game unless he was dealing with an injury. But clearly, he's not dealing with an injury because he's out there for his national team. So, yeah, that is a bit frustrating, right? But look, we're going to be in it's a lot of games this season. We're going to probably end up playing maybe 65 to 68 games. Arda will get his opportunities. And I also think that he should be starting every game while Jude is out. For me, he needs to play in that 10 role every game. Because we know that once Jude and Camavinga come back and they're fully fit, Arda will more than likely be dropped. So, yeah, I definitely do hear the people that are, a little bit frustrated with Arda's lack of playing time, because when he gets an opportunity, he just looks so electric on the ball. There's nothing that he can't do. Great passer, great shooter, can link play, can slow down the game, good on set pieces, good on corners. Everything. Absolute baller. Let me see what you guys saying. That's how I know you're trolling. This is how I know. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Isn't Real Madrid supposed to participate in International World Cup in December or something? I don't think so, because I think it's now the Club World Cup, which is going to be in the summer, next summer. That's going to be so nice. I'm so excited for that. Generational, bro. Generational player. There are Madrid fans saying that they would swap Güler for Yamal without second thought. I wouldn't. No. Let them have Lamine Yamal, bro. Let them have their generational player. It's fine. I like seeing Barca fans getting happy with how they looks this season. I like that. Let me see. The moment Carlo realizes that starts to play him, Mbappé will bang in goals. Well, I mean, yeah, of course, Carlo has to be blamed because Carlo's the one that's, not necessarily putting him out there. Yo, check. This is a Madrid YouTuber named Faisal. I know about him from the SDS podcast. Yesterday, he will ship Arda to Barca, Saudi, Iraq if he gets to sign Lamine Yamal. Yeah, he has a bunch of I've seen a few takes from him, but he's entitled to his opinion. I don't think he's the only Madrid fan that would feel that way, but I'm good with Arda. Güler needs to work on his game and physicality before I hype him up. Fair. Barring pure speed, I don't see what Yamal has over Güler. Me neither, bro. Kai Havertz. Okay, not talking to Kai. Let me see. Very good on set pieces, good on the ball, good with link play. Bro, there's nothing that he can't do, and he's really good in front of goal. Nobody ever told me how good Arda Güler was in front of goal. Everybody always called him like an Ozil regen. And then I saw him in front of goal. This guy was cooking. Bagging goals. I know he was that clinical. So, you like Barca fans to be happy with their players? Why? Because I don't care about Barcelona. I'm not worried about them. Let them be happy. They had a good start to this season. Don't worry. They could laugh now. They'll cry later. Barcelona have nothing that makes me nervous. So I actually wanted them to sign a Nico Williams and Dani Olmo. Fuck it. I don't care. Because we should still be beating them comfortably. I don't care about Barcelona, bro. They're not somebody that I sit down and think about. I'm more worried about Man City and Bayern Munich. That's who I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Barca. I think Arda Güler will get his game time he wants. Modric had yeah, true. Arda's a special man. We need to play him more. That's a fact. That is a fact, bro. Let me see. There are a few other things that I want to talk about. Let me see. There's probably like one more thing, right? Huh. Oh, this right here, chat. Okay. So we know there's the international break, right? And, the Brazilian guys are at their squad and all these things. Now, this player, Esteval Willian, right? Big talent in Brazil. Arguably the best young player in South America right now. He's a right winger, absolute fucking baller. This guy is so cold. He plays for Palmeiras, the same team that we signed Endrick from, right? And he just got called up for the Brazil national team, right? So he may make his debut for them tomorrow against Ecuador. Anyways, Esteval says, so I met my Brazilian teammates today. The most nervous was to meet Vinicius because of what he represents for Brazil and Real Madrid. He is a role model for me. Now, let me tell you guys something right here. If you guys are not familiar with Esteval, you need to. He is an absolute baller. Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second, chat. 1 second, chat. 1 second, guys. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Rodrygo is an absolute baller, okay, guys? Sorry, Rodrygo. Esteval Williams is an absolute baller. And he's a player that I think we should be signing, bro. Like, the fact that he's on his way to Chelsea absolutely kills me. How did we sign Endrick and not do a deal for Esteval? We were already there. Absolute baller, bro. It's so crazy. But yeah, I want to touch on that. And then just last thing, right? Maybe we'll talk more about Esteval in the future. But yeah, I do have to go, guys. Because I'm listening. They haven't called me yet. So let me see. What else do we have? Let me just. Oh, look. Club World Cup. Here are all the teams that have qualified so far. I'm actually excited about this tournament. I don't know if you guys are, but I actually cannot wait for this next summer. Like, I'm so excited for this. And I know that it kind of does suck for the players because they have added a lot more games onto the schedule. So, like, that's not good for them. But content-wise, I think it's fantastic. And it benefits me, right? I mean, look, to possibly watch Real Madrid go against Al Hilal or go against the Seattle Sounders. But this is going to be fire next summer. And I wonder who the last two teams will be to get in. But yeah, this is going to be some great content. The watch alongs, the things that we'll do for this, we will be there. But yo, I think, look, that's it from me, chat. That's it from me, guys. That's it from me. Let me get into your comments and then we'll wrap up, man. Just because, yeah, I'm in this work meeting right now and it's kind of distracting me a little bit. Let me see. I also don't get sad update. Pedro, I think he got injured of course. Ricardo's not speaking about. Oh, wait, what? Barcelona fans that one time ago, even when man, nah, like, bro, like, I think, like, so Ricardo, he doesn't mean this literally. He's more so talking figuratively, Taylor. But I get it though. Like, I get like what you're trying to say though, Taylor. But I don't think he means it maliciously. He's just saying that Barca fans, they're just not the same anymore. It's like a whole bunch of new players. Let's see. Esteval's a baller though. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous that Chelsea got him. He looks like a really good player, and he's a natural right winger. Shit, we could have used Esteval. Next time, yo, we could have used a natural right winger. Now let me stop. We already got enough. That's just me being like a little greedy. Fair enough. I hope that Chelsea don't ruin him, man. He looks like a really special talent, though. Real Madrid, Man City, Juve, Chelsea, Atleti, PSG. Yeah, bro, it's going to be nice. Do you think we can win the UCL again this year? I mean, I saw us do a three-peat, so let me not, say no. I mean, we should. Like, that should be the expectations, but it's going to be really hard. But I'm going to always say yes. Every single season, I'm going to say that we should win it. You know, bro? I mean, if we won it last season, why can't we do it this? But I got to see, because at the moment, the form that we're on is not the best. So I don't want to get too hyped. Yeah, Argentina, Chile, World Cup qualifier. Yeah, but I'm not doing no watch-alongs today. Look, guys. You see, Taylor says Real Madrid versus Man City in the final of this Club World Cup. The other teams, we don't care. Yo, big up everybody. As I said, this is the last live stream for the day. We will be back tomorrow. We are going to be doing maybe another live stream, and then we're going to be 2 watch-alongs. France versus Italy, Brazil versus Ecuador. It's going to be some really good games. So I hope to catch you guys there. Right? Big up to your damn selves. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Turn on your post notifications so you guys don't miss anytime I drop a new video. And I'll catch you guys in a bit, but tomorrow, like I said. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.